Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Robyn Brown evicted and penniless after court shock. Meri and Janelle take back everything. The woman who once seemed to hold all the cards in the Sister Wives empire is now at the center of a stunning reversal that fans never saw coming, and that TLC is desperately trying to spin into silence. Robyn Brown, the so-called favorite wife of Kody Brown, has reportedly been evicted from her lavish Arizona mansion and left penniless following a devastating court ruling that has rocked the entire Brown family to its core. What started as whispers on fan forums and anonymous tips from crew insiders has now snowballed into a bombshell scandal that exposes years of financial secrecy, legal maneuvering, and emotional betrayal. And the most shocking twist of all? Meri and Janelle Brown, long dismissed as bitter or broken, have now turned the tables, launching a legal offensive that has left Robyn scrambling to survive. For years, Robyn lived in what many fans saw as luxury compared to the rest of the Brown wives. After Kody's relationships with Meri, Janelle, and Christine fell apart, Robyn remained in the largest home, with the most financial support, and, thanks to strategic contract renegotiations, the most protected image on TLC's payroll. But what viewers didn't know was that Robyn's comfort came at the cost of years of quietly diverting assets, mismanaging shared property funds, and maintaining exclusive control over family LLCs tied to both My Sister Wife's Closet and the disputed Coyote Pass land. She and Kody allegedly signed documents that placed large chunks of the family's collective real estate and business rights in Robyn's name only, a move that Meri and Janelle say was done without full consent or legal transparency. But now, all of that has come crashing down. According to leaked court documents and insiders close to the Brown family's legal team, Meri and Janelle joined forces to file a civil suit challenging the legitimacy of those asset transfers. The suit, filed quietly last year and kept largely under wraps by TLC, accused Robyn and Kody of fraudulent misrepresentation, coercive control of family trusts, and intentional financial manipulation. The goal was simple: take back everything they believe was stolen: the land, the business shares, and even a portion of the TLC contract profits. And shockingly, the court sided with them. The judge ruled that Robyn's exclusive ownership of certain properties was unlawfully obtained, citing irregularities in how Kody distributed family funds and a lack of formal consent from the other wives. The result? A court-ordered asset freeze on Robyn's accounts, immediate eviction from the Flagstaff mansion, and a mandate to liquidate shared holdings to repay Meri and Janelle. And unlike past reality TV feuds, this one is backed by legal documents, not just drama. Within hours of the ruling, Robyn was reportedly forced to vacate her 4,000+ square foot home, the same house that had become a symbol of her elevated status. Neighbors claim moving trucks arrived quietly in the early morning hours, while Robyn herself was spotted in tears, clutching boxes, and leaving with only a handful of close friends and her children. Gone were the designer bags, the new SUV, the household staff. All of it, reclaimed, repossessed, or surrendered under court order. But it doesn't end there. The court's financial ruling has triggered a full audit of all funds earned by the Brown family through TLC. And sources inside the production team say the findings are explosive. Apparently, Robyn received at least 30% more than the other wives per episode in recent seasons, an imbalance that TLC can't explain and that violates the spirit, if not the letter, of their original group contract. Now, Meri and Janelle are not just reclaiming property, they're demanding back pay and damages, claiming Robyn benefited from years of hidden preferential treatment while they struggled with single mom budgets, rental homes, and being cut off from the family business. Perhaps most shocking of all is how public opinion has shifted. Fans who once sympathized with Robyn as the emotional one, or just wanting peace, are now calling her out as the architect of the Brown family's downfall. Reddit threads and fan pages have erupted in commentary, with users dissecting old episodes for clues about Robyn's manipulations. From her tears over Christine's departure to her refusal to co-sign land documents, fans now see those moments as part of a long game, one that finally backfired. On TikTok, a viral compilation video titled "How Robyn Lost It All" has racked up millions of views in days, and hashtags like #RobynEvicted and #KarmaForRobyn are trending worldwide. And where is Cody in all of this? Is he defending the wife he once called his soulmate? Not quite. Insiders say that Cody, facing his own legal threats and loss of contract privileges, has gone radio silent, offering Robyn little support beyond vague statements about faith and family. Some even claim he's moved out, now residing temporarily with a friend in northern Utah while he reassesses everything. Even Robyn's children, long protected from the show's darker moments, are reportedly feeling the pressure, with one teen refusing to film any further scenes for TLC. It's not just a legal loss for Robyn. It's a complete collapse of her position within both the family and the show. Meanwhile, Meri and Janelle are emerging as the unlikely victors in a saga that once cast them as doormats. Meri, who many thought would never escape the emotional prison of her failed relationship with Cody, is now publicly thriving, rebuilding her brand, expanding her bed and breakfast, and even launching a podcast discussing faith, self-worth, and life beyond toxic dynamics. Janelle, always the pragmatist, has quietly invested in a string of wellness ventures and real estate flips, all while maintaining a strong bond with her children, many of whom now refuse to even acknowledge Cody and Robyn as parental figures. Together, Meri and Janelle have become a symbol of quiet resilience, and their courtroom victory is seen by fans as a long overdue reckoning. TLC is in full panic mode. Season 21 was already under early development, with Robyn positioned as the central figure in a new beginning arc, one that's now completely imploded. Producers are reportedly scrambling to re-edit Season 20's finale and film emergency pickups that address the fallout. But there's a problem. Robyn isn't filming. After the court ruling and public backlash, she's allegedly refusing to appear unless she's guaranteed a redemption arc and final cut approval, something TLC is not willing to grant. Now, the show faces the very real possibility of losing one of its most talked-about figures, not because she walked away, but because she was legally removed from the foundation she helped crumble. There are even reports of a countersuit in the works. Sources say Robyn is considering legal action against TLC, claiming they encouraged her villain edit and failed to protect her image during the legal proceedings. But few legal experts see the case going far, especially now that Meri and Janelle have documentation and witness statements showing Robyn's active role in redirecting funds and misleading family members about ownership stakes. In fact, one insider claims that Robyn's TLC contract included a narrative cooperation clause, which means she was not only aware of how she was being portrayed, but may have even helped craft certain storylines in exchange for higher payouts. The irony is staggering. For years, Robyn played the role of peacemaker, often crying in confessionals about how all she wanted was for the family to be whole. But now, as the dust settles, the picture looks very different. Robyn didn't just benefit from the Brown family breakdown, she allegedly engineered it, brick by brick, until she stood alone in a mansion built on mistrust. And now that mansion is empty. The money is gone. The sympathy is gone. And with Meri and Janelle finally standing tall, reclaiming their voices, their rights, and their legacies, Robyn Brown finds herself exactly where she left her sister wives, on the outside, looking in. No more guarded interviews. No more special treatment. No more insider access. This isn't just a personal downfall, it's a complete, court-ordered reckoning, one that exposes every lie, every betrayal, and every secret kept behind those Flagstaff walls. And with the truth now in the open, the power Robyn once held is as bankrupt as her bank account. And just when it seemed Robyn Brown's world couldn't unravel any further, even more explosive details have begun to spill out, revealing just how entrenched, calculated, and devastating her grip on the Brown family's finances and emotional structure really was. The courtroom drama was only the beginning. Now that Meri and Janelle have successfully clawed back the assets that were siphoned away in the shadows, a tidal wave of secrets is crashing into the public eye. The so-called loyal wife, who once tearfully claimed to be the glue trying to keep the family together, is now being exposed as the silent architect of its collapse, and the receipts are everywhere, from flagged bank transfers to suspicious real estate paperwork and silenced voices behind NDAs. After the eviction, Robyn allegedly moved into a small rental home on the outskirts of Flagstaff, far from the upscale neighborhood she once called home. Multiple locals have reported seeing her looking stressed and withdrawn, often without makeup or cameras, and sometimes accompanied by a friend, not Cody, who is believed to be assisting her legally. She's gone from sister wives royalty to an outcast, living without help from the very man she sacrificed a family to prioritize. Cody's absence is deafening. While Meri and Janelle have resumed filming, giving emotional interviews about taking back their power and starting over, Cody and Robyn have been completely absent from production, according to on-set insiders. And the financial fallout? It's just beginning. According to documents revealed through court proceedings, Robyn was linked to 4 shell LLCs, each one quietly registered in different states and used to divert funds from family ventures. At least 2 of these companies were set up immediately after Christine left, leading Meri and Janelle's attorneys to argue that Robyn and Cody were trying to consolidate wealth as the plural family structure crumbled. The judge agreed, stating that the pattern of transfers showed intent to mislead and disregard for equitable distribution of marital and familial resources. Even TLC executives were caught off guard. One producer reportedly told a crew member, "We always knew something was off, but no one thought she'd go this far." That producer wasn't alone. In a rare moment of solidarity, even Christine Brown, who had largely stayed out of the legal drama, reached out to Meri and Janelle privately to congratulate them on their courtroom victory. According to someone close to the production, Christine is refusing to film with Robyn ever again, and she's gone as far as requesting a clause in her TLC contract that would prohibit any overlapping appearances. The divide between Robyn and the rest of the Brown women is now formally institutionalized, and the network is being forced to pivot. What was once a story about a plural family is now clearly a tale of escape, survival, and reckoning, with Robyn cast not as the misunderstood wife, but as the calculated insider who got too greedy, too fast. And let's not ignore the children, whose role in this saga may prove to be the most heart-wrenching aspect of all. Several of Robyn's children, once carefully shielded from conflict, are now reportedly cut off from their older half-siblings. Tensions are so high that some of the adult kids have removed Robyn's children from social media altogether. At least one of Meri's children has allegedly refused to be in the same room with Robyn ever again. The emotional trauma from this family fracture is real, and it's lasting. Even TLC insiders admit that rebuilding these relationships may be impossible, especially now that the legal dust has settled and everyone knows the truth. Perhaps the most ironic twist of all? The very show that elevated Robyn to fame, Sister Wives, is now poised to erase her completely. With season 21 under emergency rewrites, producers are reportedly developing a new spin-off, titled Wives Reclaimed, centered entirely on Christine, Janelle, and Meri's new journeys. Robyn and Cody will not appear. The pilot episode is said to feature the court battle as its backdrop, including dramatized reenactments and real interviews with legal counsel. TLC has pivoted hard into the narrative of empowerment, liberation, and accountability, and Robyn no longer fits that storyline. Her redemption arc? Cancelled. Her legacy? Under fire. Her role? All but erased. Yet even as she faces eviction, bankruptcy, and isolation, Robyn has reportedly not apologized to Meri or Janelle, not once. Instead, sources say she's digging in, blaming Christine and the toxic fanbase for turning the family against her. She's allegedly considering writing a tell-all memoir to clear her name, though publishers are wary of the legal landmines such a project might trigger. And without TLC backing her, Robyn doesn't have the platform or the public favor she once enjoyed. Instead, she's facing what her former sister wives faced for years: public judgment, loneliness, and financial uncertainty. What Meri and Janelle have done, beyond taking back what was legally and ethically theirs, is reclaim their dignity, not just in court, but in the hearts of viewers who watch them endure years of emotional minimization. For so long, Robyn was propped up as the voice of reason, the doting wife, the victim of the other's supposed jealousy. But now the veil has been pulled back, and behind it was a carefully orchestrated empire built on imbalance and quiet control. The very house that Robyn fought so hard to claim, the symbol of her superiority, has now become her greatest undoing. And the fans? They're watching every moment with laser focus. Petitions are already circulating demanding TLC release a full special on the court case. Reddit sleuths are compiling side-by-side timelines of Robyn's financial decisions compared to key family milestones. TikTok creators are dramatizing her eviction. Public opinion is not just turning, it's detonating, and Robyn's once polished image is buried under the rubble of her own ambition. In the end, what we're witnessing isn't just the downfall of a reality TV character, it's the complete collapse of a myth. The myth that Robyn was the peacekeeper. The myth that she loved the family equally. The myth that she never wanted special treatment. All of it shattered. And in its place is a truth more dramatic than anything TLC ever aired. Robyn Brown, evicted, exposed, and alone. The final casualty of a family she helped destroy.